I never thought I would be saying this, but I actually missed this show.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25
What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. Y'all, we are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 10, Episode 1. And the name of the episode is called NDA'S and DNA. This is so crazy. One of my good friends suggested that I watch and review Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I was like, really? Because I stopped watching the show a while back. And so I was like, let me go ahead and watch the show since it's the beginning of the season. And I watched the first episode and I missed this show. Now I know by the time this review come out, it will have been episode 2 because I'm actually recording this Sunday morning. I just left the gym. I only saw one episode. I saw it actually Saturday morning, and I decided today at the gym that I was going to watch the show, that I was going to review the show, and I started taking notes on my phone while I was at the gym today. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, I know episode 2 had came out last night. I will try to have that review out. Bear with me. I will try to have that review out before next Saturday. Okay, but probably Wednesday. But I will for sure have it out before next Saturday. Okay, but y'all, I really missed this show. I stopped watching a couple of seasons ago because of Tisha. I can't remember exactly what season it was, but it was the season where they went to Vegas and Marcell was so adamant with her that he didn't want to renew his vows. That's what I remember happening. The same season where it was a new couple that came in and the wife had exposed that Monster was in the restroom smoking with cigarettes.
You a motherfucking liar. You knew that?
Whatever season that was. But I just had to stop watching the show because I felt like Tisha was she was weak as tissue. And that's the reason why I stopped watching the show. I just thought I got tired of seeing her play the fool. Fun fact though, Tisha is the first reality star to actually block me on social media. She actually blocked me on Twitter. I never said nothing bad to her directly, right? I didn't even tag her in it. All I said was that, this girl know that Marcell is cheating on her. And she asked me, did I have any proof? And I told her the proof was in the behavior he had displayed on the show when he was talking to Martell. This is all in season 1. And then she blocked me. She blocked me. I didn't even tag her. Now, maybe I didn't tag her like at Tisha Scott, but I probably did tag Pound Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it was during a reunion of season 1. And she found my whatever I said. I was shocked that she actually wrote me and she blocked me. Okay. Now, since then, Portia has blocked me, Kenya has blocked me, and Shawnee has blocked me. I think it's one more person. I don't remember who it was. But the crazy thing is that I don't actually go to anybody's pages or anything like that when I'm saying whatever that I'm saying. And Kenya blocking me had to be a mistake because when Kenya blocked me, I've never really said anything bad about her. I'm Team Twirl. Even though some people don't think I'm Team Twirl, I am Team Twirl. I just don't go up for everybody with everything. I miss this show. And what I miss about this show is the nigga shit. Nigga shit. Like, how in the fuck, excuse me, how in the fuck are we on season 10 of this show in 2025 and the show first aired in 2019? How? Now, Real Housewives of Atlanta started in 2008, and they have had a season every year, and they are on season 16. Carlos started this show in 2019, and we already 10 seasons in?
Make it make sense.
Baby, I'm telling you, I know a stunt queen when I see one. Carlos is over here trying to chase history, baby. He's trying to go down as having the most seasons of a reality show when it's all said and done, baby. Listen, I know the stunt queens and I see through them. Okay? But shout out to Carlos King. They got all these new people on this show that I ain't used to. And I just got a question. How come, what is the qualifications for people to get on the show? Because all of these names of these people they rhyme. I feel like that I'm going to get them mixed up, right? So we already got Martell, Maurice, and Marcell. Now we got Marquise. Is that, I'll get it right by the second or third episode. We got Marquise or Marquise. Then we already got Latisha. Now we got Latricia or Latricia. I'll get it right by episode 3. But what's up with that, Money? How come everybody got to have the same name? From the intro, I see that we don't have no Melody. Where's Melody? I do remember Melody saying that she quit. I was shocked not to see Melody. I actually liked Melody. But let's go ahead and get into the episode. So the episode started off with Marcell and Tisha. Their kids have gotten so big. Macy is, the youngest girl is 9 now. I didn't really see how old the middle girl, the second child, the middle child, the oldest girl is. And the oldest son is 17. He walking around with a do-rag on. They must be real strict if they don't want him in the house with the do-rag on.
What kind of bullshit is that?
You can't wear your do-rag in the house, but what kids you wear the do-rag in. I don't usually go in public nowhere with my do-rag on though. I have ways. And I don't usually go in public with my do-rag. Now I do, when I walk outside the gym, I usually have my do-rag on because I'm going to the grocery store and I want my hair to be laid down. But other than that, that's just from the gym to my car and getting into my car. When I get to the store, the do-rag is off. I don't usually wear the do-rag in public. Never. No matter how bad I need a haircut, I don't usually wear no do-rag in public. But if you can't wear a do-rag in your house, baby, that's crazy. But they probably saying that because they on camera. Marcell said that they are the longest Scott marriage. They've been married for 19 years, and he said that's 1 decade. I'm going to need Marcell to go back to school because 19 years is almost 2 decades. I guess he's very, he's probably real black and white. He probably saying if we don't make 20 years yet, it's just going to be 1 decade. But I think that at 19 years, we could go ahead and say that y'all been married for 2 decades. Miss Wonder comes over. I think I remember them saying that Miss Wonder wasn't on the show anymore. Y'all, again, I haven't been here since that season when the lady said that Monster was in the restroom smoking with cigarettes in middle school. But she's accusing Marcell of cheating. There was an interview with a woman that claimed that she had Marcell and Maurice at the same damn time.
Like it got really.
And if I remember correctly, the interview was done with Ariane and Martell. Do I believe it? It's possible. What I know is that some men sleep with people so low that no one will believe them. And that hood rat that was in that interview was trash.
You nasty.
And I know that some people may look at that woman and be like, ain't no way that she had both of them. But it's possible. I don't put nothing past nobody. And listen, I done seen some things before. Baby, listen, some niggas around here cheating on their wife with another man, baby, or a TS. So, of course, they'll be sleeping with her. Miss Wonder, I want you to stop, though. I love Miss Wonder. Remember Miss Wonder had, I forget where it was, but I remember Miss Wonder was talking about Melody so bad that she talked about how she didn't want, I think that she was telling Tisha that she didn't want her grandbabies over there spending the night at Melody house because she didn't want her kids sleeping on their pillowcases and how they'll be trying to cut their hair out their head because they had long hair and Melody kids had kicking pools.
That's wrong.
So I say, child, that Wonder is something else. I'm with you though when you don't like nobody, but I thought that was a little too deep. Remember they was in that parking lot? That was the same season. They was in that parking lot, and I believe Martell was trying to go and make her answer. Remember what Mama D say, make her answer. He was trying to go make her answer, and she had drove off. But Miss Wonder, I know that Tisha is your daughter, but you gotta let that go. We can't keep on carrying this stuff for Tisha, right? If she like it, I love it. It was something to me that Tisha said earlier in the season that led me to believe that she was never going to leave Marcell because she didn't want to raise some kids alone. And if she leave, I can't help her. I got to make sure Riley is good over here in New York. Her mama over there threatening to cut her off so she can continue to take care of this nigga. This no good ass nigga that's getting these restaurants and shit closed down. So let her stay where she at, where this man is over here protecting her and taking care of her and her family and her kids, because I can't help her. I can't live my life like that. She gonna have to listen. If she like it, I love it. And if she don't see nothing, I don't see nothing. Next, we got Kimmy and Maurice. Kimmy is over here helping Monster do college applications. Monster has gotten huge. These kids have gotten huge. I haven't seen these kids in maybe since 2022, maybe 2023. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but I haven't seen them in a long time. I remember that Kimmy was upset because Maurice wanted Monster to come and stay with them, but he didn't consult with Kimmy. And when Monster did move over there, he was still working late as if Monster wasn't there. And Kimmy was saying, look, I done already raised my son. I believe her son's name was Jalen. I done already raised my son, so you need to come home more or earlier and stop leaving everything on me. I done raised mine.
100% correct.
And I feel that. I feel that. But I guess that didn't work because she over here helping them for like college applications.
Hell no.
And another thing about that, if my memory serves me correctly, she was around here spending most of her time with Monster, and Maurice didn't even want to tell her that Monster was in the restroom smoking with cigarettes.
Wait a minute now.
She didn't even know that he was in the restroom smoking with cigarettes, and she the one over there at the house taking care of him. Mm-hmm. I wonder how Kiowa is doing. Is Kiowa still on the show? Y'all let me know in the comments. Is Kiowa still on the show? I remember this coming out in the blogs. Maurice done went and got a DWI or a DUI.
You done went out and got your ass arrested?
But all of a sudden, it was dismissed.
I don't know. Take what you want from that. That's what he said.
Now, how in the hell did that happen? Was the breathalyzer malfunction or something? It's giving me that you paid to get that DUI taken away because I ain't never seen that happen before. It's giving me that in Huntsville, y'all know who the who's who is, and y'all know people who can get stuff to go away. Y'all know people where y'all can get stuff and pay some money to get stuff taken away. Voila! It's gone. That's what it's giving me. I'm guessing that Chris ended up saying something to somebody about Maurice and Marcell making a side chick sign NDA'S. And so Kimmy is asking Maurice about it. Maurice said that he never made anybody sign an NDA. And Kimmy is telling him, that's not the right answer. And he was like, well, I never made nobody sign an NDA. And she said, you really don't know what the right answer is? And he was like, I never made nobody sign an NDA. And she said, the answer is I don't have a side chick. And he said, well, that's obvious, but baby, it's not. But baby, it's not. You don't have a side chick? What do you call it? Is the relationship not deep enough for it to be a side chick? Y'all, I'm a realist. And if I had a conversation with my spouse and he told me I never made nobody sign an NDA, I would know without a shadow of a doubt that he was cheating. Without a shadow of a doubt that he was cheating on me. In my head, I think that Kimmy and Tisha know that these men are cheating on them, but they feel secure that their men are covering it up. I think that they feel secure that their men are covering their tracks and not flaunting it in their face or making them look stupid. But you are looking stupid when your spouse is sitting in your face saying dumb shit like this. This man done said in your motherfucking face and told you that he ain't got nobody signing no NDAs.
You're looking stupid.
And I also think they have some type of security because if we see how Martell was doing Melody, then they feel like, well, yeah, my man will never do me like that, so they can look down at a situation. You get what I'm saying? They can look down at a situation because my man ain't doing me like that. But girl, please. Kimmy, that man know exactly what he did. That man know exactly what he said. And you know exactly what he said. And you know exactly what he meant when he said it.
You're stupid, girl.
He knew what the answer was. You can't believe me? You can't, girl, please. He knew what the answer was. Now we get to Destiny. Destiny said that she got a toddler. Now, how do all these other kids grow up so quick and her child still around here a toddler? Her son ought to be in his first year of high school smoking with cigarettes with Monster, right?
Mia?
I'm just playing. She said that she is a real estate agent. Now, when I remember watching the show, I believe she was pregnant and had the baby and got a divorce. And I think that she was selling bundles or something like that. She was selling bundles. She had a hair store or something like that because I remember Tisha coming over there to buy some products for her so she can do her baby's hair. I never liked the Destiny. She always gave me bad energy. The first time I saw her on camera, I said,
There's something brewing with that bitch, but I'm going to find out what that is.
It's something wrong with her. But she was talking to Martell and she was telling him that he was bigger than what he did. I guess he did the interview with Ariane and the girl who claimed that she had both of the brothers. Martell is now with Ariane. He said that he put her through nursing school and she's a good girl, and if she keep acting right, she might get that ring.
Dumb and dumber. No.
It's so crazy to me because there are some things to me that you can never come back from. and calling me a peasant on national TV, we would never be able to get past that. Now I don't remember if she, at the point when he called her a peasant on TV, whether she was already pregnant or if she had had the baby. But we would just be co-parenting at that point. And if he had called me a peasant before, we would have never even had a baby. We would never be able to get past that. And the thing is, nigga, I don't want the ring. I wouldn't want the ring. Ariana is not a good girl. She's a ride or die. And I try to tell people, being a ride or die is nothing to aspire to. A nigga settling with you because his wife left him is not you being a prize. You are not a prize. And it's not a prize. But you got women like Ariana and Robin who will suffer with their men so they can be able to say at the end of the day, I always held you down. But how is he holding you down, girl?
Stand up! Stand up!
Apparently, Destiny was dating somebody named Lance, and apparently he is Nell and Chris's son. And she said that he told her Happy Thanksgiving, and 10 minutes later, he announced that he was having a baby.
What? What?
Now, I don't know. I'm just saying, Destiny, he probably didn't know that the baby was his. So he probably just found out that 10 minutes ago that the baby was his. Maybe he had like a situationship going on with somebody. The girl was honest and said, look, it's out of you and him. And they did the test. He found out on Thanksgiving. And that's when he announced it. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. He probably didn't know it was his, okay? Now we got Marquise and Ken. Now, apparently, Ken is married to Marquise, ex-wife of baby mama Latricia. And they're having a conversation about co-parenting. Now, from the flashback, it seems to me that Ken is overstepping. Now, Ken is saying that he is here to assist Marquise, but I will never agree with Marquise having to reach out to Ken about trying to have access or trying to get his kids.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I will never agree with that. Never. I wouldn't give a damn how long they was married. I don't need to be reaching out to this man about my child or about my children or be doing something with my children. They plan on coexisting together or trying to be cool together, and they said they want to set up a play date with the kids. Now, how many kids do Ken have? So it seems that I remember seeing Marquise on this. I remember seeing him on an interview I saw a clip of an interview that he did with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King. And this is when Carlos and Dr. Heavenly had fell out apparently, or allegedly they had fell out because they was trying to say that Carlos or Heavenly made a statement about him breaking up homes, and Marquise had alleged that, and Heavenly was saying that she didn't agree with breaking up homes. But I remember him being in that interview. Y'all let me, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was him that was in that interview. But yeah, this is why I don't believe in no ready-made families. So when we have a play date with the kids, how many kids are going to be there? So he got a boy and a girl. How many kids do Ken have? And do the kids live over here? Do Ken kids live in this house with Latricia and Ken? Excuse me, I don't know these people. I'm trying to get the names right. Okay, do she live in the house? Do the kids live in the house with them, or do they come over sometimes? Because it seems to me that Latricia kids live in the house full time. Next, we got Chris and Nell. Nell is telling Chris that Lance is having trouble, that she thinks that Lance is having trouble with the baby, and she want to talk to him to see if he needs assistance. And I take it that Nell owns a daycare because she was saying that she's seen him at the daycare. You know what amazes me? It amazes me, and I know it may sound ignorant, but I always thought that children that come from a marriage where the mommy and daddy are married and are together still, like Tamia say, still together, raise their kids and still married after they raising their kids. I always thought that they set a standard and that they wouldn't be having kids everywhere. And I always thought that the children that come from their marriage or their union will follow that standard. Like, no shade, my mama got 3 kids and they all by one man. Anything outside of that for us, not y'all, for us, anything outside of that for us is like kind of frowned upon, or almost seems like it wasn't raised, because my mama set a standard. You don't have no kids no everywhere. So I'm trying to understand how come Lance ain't follow the standard, and how come it wasn't preached to him as he was growing up. You don't go and have these kids everywhere. You don't go and have kids by every woman that you lay down with. That's a lot of bullshit and chaos.
Real talk.
Now, Nell is upset because she was at an event. Martell brought Ariane to the event. She spoke to Ariane and someone took a picture and posted it. And she felt like Martell did it and set her up. But my thing is, what is wrong with speaking with Ariane? Like Sojourner Truth say, ain't I a woman? A black woman at that. I don't like that Ariane gets the brunt or has to wear this scarlet letter, and Martell doesn't. How come Martell, the one who actually cheated on his wife, the one who actually broke his vows, can be all up in your house, carrying conversations with you, taking pictures with you, and you cool with him, but you shunning Ariane? I don't like that. And I don't respect women who do stuff like that.
Whack bitch.
Because Ariane is still a woman. How come, if you really had any type of moral compass, you would treat Martell the way that you're trying to treat Ariane? Martell let it be known that he didn't set it up, and he said that he's owed an apology, and Nell ended up apologizing to him. Next, we got Latricia and Ken. Now this is a fitness couple. I hadn't really seen Latricia before this scene, but you know, Ken does look like a man to be in shape. They built a home gym for $10,000. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. People used to always tell me all the time, why do you go to the gym? You can go work out from home. You can build a gym at home with the stuff off Amazon. Baby, I really work out. I really work out. All the shit that I do and all the machines I need, Amazon, I know Amazon ain't got. They said that a dream of theirs is to end up building a gym, and they're actually going to start building a gym. Ken says that he wants Latricia to be confident in him having her back. And he told her that he had a conversation with Marquise. Latricia says that there's a motive and that she's all for him getting the kids, but she's not for him being around. Girl, grow up. Now, I did not know this, but Ken and Latricia not even married.
Hold on.
So Ken is totally out of line talking about that Marquise got to reach out to him to see the kids. He's totally out of line. They're not even married because he said that he don't want to take any baggage into their marriage. So these people not even married. Girl. Next, we got Latricia, and she's with Sharon. Okay, now Sharon is a friend from the gym that she goes to, and I love to see this. You know, black women in the gym, because when I'm in the gym, I don't really see black women for the most part, and if I do, they're not really around my age. They're always older. Latricia says that life was peaceful before Marquez came back in, and Marquez likes to play the victim while creating chaos. So somebody is coming through the door. And this Marquez coming through the door. He was dropping off his daughter. Of course he's coming inside. The same way I would expect for if she was going to drop off her kids over at his house for some whatever reason it was, I would expect her to be able to be welcome in the house if the kids stayed there. My parents never did that. My mom and my dad has been in each other's houses before. I can count on one hand though how my dad actually walking through the house. He never really walked through the house. If he came in, he usually just stood at the door. But if he would come in, he would come to my room, my brother's room, my sister's room. He would come into the rooms like that. Never my mama's room, never in the kitchen or anything like that, whatever. But he would come in our rooms and stuff. But I could count on one hand that he actually done that. And the same thing with my mom. She would actually come to my dad's house. But my mama coming over, I could probably count. I could count on one hand my dad and my mama actually coming in. It would probably be only if we had a family gathering. I remember when my great-grandfather died, and the repast was at my dad's house, and my mom came into the house then. But other than that, I don't ever remember her coming in besides that time. And when I tell you my mama acted a fool that day, baby, that's a whole nother story, baby.
That's my
Latricia is saying that, you know, Marquez is tripping that he can't come in her house without knocking or being invited. But it seems like the son and daughter invited him in. And if it was really a problem for you, Latricia, you would have got up. And so the Sharon says, you know, well, since you him, I'm Sharon. He said, you came in like you want an attack. What's up? That's what she was saying to him. I can't stand people like that. Because the thing is, Sharon, you're doing three much. Not too much, you're doing three much. Because you never met this man before, and you're treating him like Latricia has already painted a bad seed in your mind about him. And even though you did, you're not supposed to act on it. You're supposed to act like you ain't never met this man before. So Latricia is saying, Latricia is in a confessional. She's saying you don't know her. She said that Marquez is pissing her off because you don't know her. She don't know you, and you arguing with a grown woman. But she started it. She started it, and because she was actually acting like she knew him, so she actually started it. Then Latricia and Marquez started going back and forth with each other. And she had actually said earlier to Ken that Marquez moved there and he hasn't seen the kids. But Marquez says that he has been there seeing the kids. And I hate to say it, but well, I hate to say it, I'm just being truthful. Y'all gonna, listen, I'm here, I'm just telling you what I see on the show right now. I believe that he has seen the kids, and the kids probably didn't tell her about it because she'll flip out. She don't like them. So they probably didn't tell her about it because she didn't even know that Marquez was picking her daughter up from school and stuff instead of Xavier. She didn't even know it. So I'm pretty sure that the kids have been around their dad or seen their dad. You didn't even know that the man was even picking up your daughter from school, girl. And talking about kids, baby, Xavier is 19 years old. Xavier came out the room. Xavier is 19 years old, baby. But that's not to say that I don't believe, they always have these things on social media about what is something in the Black community that you don't agree with. I don't believe in having a kid at 18 and throwing them out to the wolves. Oh, 18, you grown, get up out of my house. No. If God blesses me with children, I want my children to be able to live in my home until they're able to buy their own house, or as long as they want to. And I will still be there for my children. I don't want my children to have to struggle, and once they turn 18, you grown and you on your own. No, I am going to. I had a friend say before, you have to lead a child into adulthood. You don't just drop them out at 18 and say, figure it out. And that's how I feel like I was done. I'm just being honest. They started going back and forth. Xavier told his dad to go outside, and Marquez started saying some stuff. It's a shame how you do my kids and she was like, how do I do your kids? How do I do Xavier? How do I do the kids? It was a mess, child. But Marquez ended up going outside, and that was the end of the episode. I really missed this show. The first episode was really good to me. I liked it. I think that what I like about it is that I'm 37 years old, so I feel like everybody on the show is around. I believe me and Tisha are probably the same age. She may be a year or two older than me. Everybody is around my age, or this is like my age group. And so I think that's also what I like about it too. And it's blackity black, black, black. And I love some black shit. That's my type of shit, okay? But y'all, thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support. Let me know what y'all think about the episode in the comments. And I will try to have episode 2 out as soon as possible. All right? But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video again. Like the video, y'all. Please, and subscribe. Don't have me over here begging. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25.